Hello, everyone. How are you doing today? I'm so sorry we were about 3 minutes late this morning because I was having some technical difficulties. My video was just not connecting. Everything wasn't working this morning, but nonetheless, here I am. A special welcome to Wellness Corner. Yes, today is the first live of Wellness Corner where we put wellness first. Let me just mute my phone. I am Dr. Melissa Tranquille and I run Wells of Wellness Limited where we provide bespoke wellness services, wellness coaching and interventions to businesses, leaders, staff and business owners. And you can join me every Monday at 12 p.m. for Wellness Corner. Now, I know that we all have busy lives and it's sometimes difficult at times, to make the time for the activities that contribute to our well-being. So today I want to give you 5 healthy habits to include in your everyday life. If you're joining me live, come in and say hello. If you're watching the replay, still give a shout out. Let me know that you watch the replay. And before I dive right into it, I want to ask you a question. I would love you rather, I'd like to invite you to share one habit for you that is a non negotiable for your wellness. So please type that in the comments if you're watching me live, if you're watching the replay. I will be really, really happy to know one of your habits that's a non-negotiable for you and it contributes remarkably to your wellness and your well-being. Now the habits I'm going to share today are guaranteed, as long as you're consistent with it, they are guaranteed to rejuvenate you, energize you, excite you and motivate you. So without further ado, let me get into habit number 1. Here's habit number 1 that is very, very essential for your well being. Whether you're a business owner, whether you're an employee, whether you're a manager, whether you're a work from home mom, a stay at home mom or dad, this is important for your well being. And healthy habit number 1 is proper sleep. I want to ask you, my viewers, how many hours sleep do you get on average? Share that in the chat. There was a time, I will confess, that I was surviving on 4 hours of sleep. So I was working at the time full time, doing my doctoral degree, managing my home, had 2 kids, and I was surviving on 4 hours sleep. And that's really, really crazy because you can't guess the end result eventually was burnout. So don't be ashamed to say it. How many hours of sleep are you surviving on? I was perusing some very interesting statistics. It's 2022 sleep statistics, and I must say I wasn't alarmed to know that the average person, according to singlecare.com, the average person gets less than 7 hours of sleep every night, and that there are 50 to 70 million people in the United States that are affected by a sleep disorder. I'm not alarmed because at one time I would say I fell into that category of definitely of getting less than 7 hours sleep every night. And that more than even 20% of the general adult population in not just the United States but also in Canada have reported experiencing insomnia. Do you struggle with insomnia yourself? And 44% of adults around the world, this is global, 44% say that the quality of their sleep has gotten worse over the 5 years. This is very interesting statistics. And according to the Center of Disease Control and Prevention, they highlight that adults need 7 to 9 hours of sleep daily. And I know that this is something that we all know, we've all heard of, but yet why is it sometimes so difficult to instill this in our life? Because we are aware, and I'm sure some of you have already experienced the detrimental effects of inadequate sleep. I have myself. Some people experience depression, diabetes, heartache, stroke, even cancer has been linked to inadequate sleep. But here's the converse. You're not getting enough sleep And there's also the extreme where if you're getting too much sleep, do you know that also sleeping too much can affect your health? So it's just as bad. So if you sleep too much, for instance, you can struggle with diabetes, heart disease, depression, obesity, and even strokes. So what's important here? Here's what I want to emphasize for healthy habit number one. What's important here is finding the right balance. You don't want to have a pattern of not getting enough sleep, that is surviving on 4 hours of sleep every day. Neither do you want to have a pattern of sleeping for 12 hours every day. So you've got to find that balance. That's what's important. Finding that right balance that works for you. Because we all have heard of the benefits of proper sleep, improved concentration, good immune system, strengthens your heart, reduces inflammation in your body, reduces stress, it improves your mood, helps you to achieve that healthy weight, lower risk of serious health problems like diabetes, and much, much more. So finding the balance is absolutely, absolutely important. So according to the Center of Disease Control, to get something between 7 to 9 hours sleep every night. And this was one of the changes that I made in my life because, like, I used to survive on 4 hours. I don't know how I used to do that. Survive on 4 hours and still made time for exercising. What was I doing? I'm surviving on 4 hours sleep. I'm doing a doctoral degree, which demands a lot of mental work and mental energy. I'm managing the kids and my family, working full time. I'm running my body down. So you're going to get stressed out, you're going to get irritable, you're going to perhaps have certain eating disorders, maybe you're eating too much because of the stress, and it goes on and on and on until burnout. So if you're someone like me, and this is something you've been struggling with, I want to urge you to take a look at your life. Take a look at your life at the moment and see what is it I need to change to ensure that I get at least 8 hours sleep every night. So almost every night for the week, I do try to go to bed earlier, but there was once a time in my life, for most of my life, where 1, 2 o'clock, that was the time I was going to bed. And if I were to try to go to bed anytime earlier, I just couldn't sleep because I had that habit, that pattern of going to bed at 1, 2 in the morning. So you've got to make that change, and you may not be able to start sleeping early every night. So you start one night this week. So if it's something you're struggling with, I was speaking with a friend recently, and she was sharing with me that that too is something she struggles with, and that's what I recommended to her. Just one night for the week. You start where you go to bed by 8 or 9 o'clock that night, depending on the time you wake up. You can work out the number of hours, and then you increase it the next week to 2 nights a week. Then you increase it to 3 nights a week, so that you create that habit and you create that pattern of getting adequate sleep. Healthy habit number two is morning routine. I love to call it a success routine because the aim should not just be to have those things that you do in the morning, and then during the day you engage in all sorts of activities that are absolutely detrimental to your health and well-being. So I love to call it the success routine. So you find where not just in the morning, but throughout the day, you engage in activities that contribute to your well-being and your success. And I'm sure many of you have heard of the benefits of a morning routine. Like sleep, helps you to improve your mood, raise your energy, raise your vibration, invigorates you, reduce your stress, fill you with that positivity and enthusiasm that you need to start your day, boost your confidence and increase your productivity levels, and the list goes on and on and on. But here's the thing about a morning routine, I like to call a success routine, it's not about deciding on those things that you're going to do in that routine and tick it off like a checklist. That is not what it's about. It's about allowing yourself to enjoy those activities that you're engaging in, that would contribute to giving you that positive attitude, contribute to raising your mood, contribute to giving you that inner peace and fill you with confidence. That is what it is about. How many of you watching me live or the replay have a morning routine? Share it in the comments. I must say, if you're watching me from Facebook, I may not be able to see your comments here in StreamYard, but I will definitely hop over after and look at those comments. How many of you currently have a morning routine? I like to call it, like I said, a success routine. If you don't, you too can start a morning routine or start a success routine. It is not something that's difficult to do. What you need to consider is, what are some of the things that you enjoy doing? We enjoy journaling, meditating, dancing, jogging, going for a walk, vlogging, you know, gratitude moments, prayer, reading. Even some people have a cold shower as part of their morning routine, where they wake up and, as part of that routine, they must have that cold shower that invigorates them and gets them ready for the day. A cup of coffee is part of my morning routine. So I'll share mine. What, like I said, I have a success routine. So my morning starts off with prayer, and then after prayer, I have a cup of coffee and I exercise. So almost every morning for the week, I exercise, right? Some form of exercise. Some mornings I might jog, some mornings I might do aerobics, some mornings I'll use the elliptical trainer, some mornings I might just walk on the treadmill, whatever it is, but I do some form of exercise, sometimes stretching, then go for school run. And then during the day, I'll have that mindful moment where I journal. So, what's important is you put together a routine. Think of, where are you right now in your life? Think of some of the goals that you're working towards in your life. And then include those activities that would help you to achieve that goal. So, say for instance, if you find that of late you've been really stressed out, you've been really irritable, you want to learn to be in the present moment, then you find in your morning routine, in your success routine, what are some of the things you enjoy doing that can contribute to that? So perhaps in the morning, you love going for that mindful walk, breathe the fresh air, take in the environment. And then when you get back, have a really cold shower, a cup of coffee. Maybe you might probably do meditation during the day. It's up to you. The beautiful thing about a morning routine, here's what I love about it: it's a creative process. You can be flexible. You get to do what you love. So you put in there what you love. And what's important, let me stress this, is that you've got to be consistent, my friends. So don't do it one day and then not do it for the next 4 days and come back again next week, because you won't reap the benefits of it. I can tell you, because it is something that I practice in my life consistently. And I know the benefits of it. So I know if you struggle with your motivation and drive, perhaps you need to start a morning routine if you don't have one. You struggle with that enthusiasm, that low mood, perhaps you need to start that morning routine if you don't have one. So I know for a fact that if you were to incorporate that morning routine or success routine into your life, that healthy habit is definitely going to benefit you, right? Healthy habit number 3, I'm going to share 5 today. And the next healthy habit I want to share is daily exercise. Now, we've all heard about the importance of exercise, not just for weight loss, not just for weight loss, but for improved health. I remember when I was younger, before I had my first child, I had a waist of like 22 inches, 21 inches, really tiny. And to my mind, I'm slim, I'm tiny, I don't need to exercise. But it has nothing to do with okay, let's say your weight and how slim you are or how big you are. For me, I look at exercise as important for healthy living. So let's even forget weight loss, just for your healthy living. Because whether you're slim or you're not slim, you need exercise, because it's important for the proper functioning of your body. It's important for the proper functioning of your heart. It's going to help you to build your immune system. It's going to make your body stronger. So that we've all heard about the importance and the benefits of healthy exercise. So tell me, do you right now in your life practice daily exercise? And it doesn't have to be something vigorous every day, but at least every single day you've engaged in some form of exercise, whether it's dancing, whether it's walking, whether it's skipping. Can you believe I still skip? And my kids laugh at me. They're like, Mommy, how are you able to do that? I still do skipping up to this day. When I was a teenager, it was something I really, really enjoyed doing with my friends. I really love skipping, and I still skip today. And skipping is a great activity as well for, overall workout of your body. Really wonderful exercise. I was reading a blog online from on BuzzFeed, I believe, and I was reading an article where someone used exercise to help them with their panic attacks. They had a severe adjustment disorder. I think her name was Megname or something like that. And she had a really severe adjustment disorder, right? She wasn't sleeping. She was having panic attacks every day, and is she like she when she felt like things was getting out of control, that panic attack would come. And what she decided to do one day, she said she just walked into a gym and she started daily exercise. And when she realized that by exercising and weightlifting, she was able to take control of her body, take control of her mind, take control of that moment, she realized that she actually got it in her to not allow those panic attacks to dominate her life. So, healthy exercise, daily exercise is important for your overall health and well being, not just weight loss. So, if you're talking about weight loss, that's something on another level. Then you have an exercise regimen that you follow that involves in vigorous exercise and dieting, etc. But just ensuring that every day you engage in some form of exercise for your overall health and well-being. It's essential. So how are you liking the tips so far? We still got 2 tips to go. And let me go to, and before I start, I just want to mention something before I move on to the next tip with regards to healthy exercise. Start with something that you love doing. Make small changes. So instead of the elevator, use the stairs, right? Instead of parking right in front of the door of your workplace, park a little further so you could get some steps in. So just start with those small changes, whether it's just 20 minutes a day, until you feel stronger, until you feel that you can perhaps stretch it out to 30 minutes to 45 minutes, an hour long a day, right? If it's something you really struggle with, see if you can find an exercise buddy that would help to motivate you. So, healthy habit number 4, and this one is critical. In fact, of all that I've shared are quite critical. But healthy habit number 4 is definitely one also that we can't do without, and that is doubling up on your intake of water. Let me ask all of you who are watching me live or the replay. I can see some people watching me on Facebook. Let me ask you, how many glasses of water do you drink per day? How many glasses of water do you drink per day? Are you consistent with your water, with drinking water? If I were to say to you that the majority of us do not drink enough water daily, would you agree with me? The US National Academies of Sciences, Engineering, and Medicine said that we need daily fluid intake of about 15.5 cups, which is equivalent to 3.7 liters. And that's for men, and 2.7 liters for women. So, although, yes, drinking water is important, you still don't want to drink too much water, because if you drink too much water in a short period of time, you can suffer from water intoxication. So, of course, you've noticed this is something I've been stressing about since I started this live. You've got to find that right balance. Finding the balance is essential. The general rule of thumb is to have 1.5 to 2 liters of water every day. When you start doing this, when you start to drink water more regularly, drinking that quantity that you need to drink, you realize that, hey, my skin looks like it's glowing. Because your skin is more hydrated, your body is more hydrated. It will help with the elasticity of your skin. It will give you energy. It will reduce feelings of fatigue, and of course, it will help to cleanse the toxins from your body, because all of us, we have those toxins inside of our body, and sometimes we fail rather to do certain things that can help cleanse those toxins. And one of the things that you can use to help cleanse toxins from your body that's free of charge is drinking water. So double up on your supply of water. It's also essential for the proper functioning of your brain. So although we need these things, you need to ask yourself, what do I need to start doing to help me to be more consistent with drinking my water? What do you need to start doing? Perhaps getting your bottle and placing it right on your desk or at the foot of your chair. Is that something you need to start doing? Or if you're so bad at it that you really need to set an alarm every 30 minutes if needs be to drink some water, if you really really struggle with it. But you need to examine yourself and ask, what changes do I need to make so that I can have my adequate, I can have the proper quantity of water that I need to take in daily. And let's talk about the last healthy habit, number 5. The last healthy habit, number 5, is doing one mindful activity every day. Would you agree with me that, especially Monday to Friday, it's a rush? If you have children, preparing the kids for school, and if you have more than one children, as it doubles, as the number increases, whether it's one child, two children, three children, four children, the work that goes behind that, the pressure that goes behind that throughout the week intensifies. Now, of course, you already have the pressures from your daily life, the pressures from going to work, getting the commute to work and getting there and ensuring that you do your work properly and excelling whatever you're doing. Get back home, you have to manage your home, you have to manage your own personal life. Some of you might be managing your exercise routine because you want to lose weight, etc. And the entire thing can be so stressful that we don't even think about making time for a mindful activity during the day. But I was sharing this during the weekend with my son. He's now 18. And I was saying to him, the thing with the mindful activity, when you engage in a mindful activity, what it actually does is that it slows you down. Because within our brain, our thoughts are like a racing track. So inside of here, it's always speeding. It's always speeding. Remember, scientists say what? We process almost 50,000 thoughts daily, right? So it's always going and always going and always going. And that's what causes some people to get stressed out, and overwhelmed because it's always going. And there's so much to do, granted. So it's very important that when you take the time now to engage in a mindfulness activity, this is when you take control of your mind and you take control of that present moment to slow things down. Slow things down. Get in the present. Get centered in the moment. And as a result, it would help to improve your emotional intelligence. What I love to say, I will not suggest to you, well, you must do this and you must do that. I love to say, listen to your intuition. I go by my intuition. What do I feel to do that day? So that day, all I feel to do is just sit by the lake and just taking the environment and just be in the present, listen to the songs of the birds. Or I might just want to do the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, where wherever you are, you could go in your back garden, 5 things you could see, and 4 things you can hear, and 3 things you could smell, and 2 things you could touch, and 1 thing you could taste. That helps you to get grounded and centered in the moment. So you've got to identify some of the things you really enjoy doing. Go with your intuition. Go with your intuition. And ensure that at least every day, it could be prayer as well. Because prayer helps us slow things down. Helps you to get your mind off of that racetrack and really get centered in that moment. Meditating, meditate on God's word. Meditate, it really helps you to get centered in that moment. So you've got to find what works for you. And let me know of the 5 healthy habits that I shared. Healthy habit number 1 was proper sleep. Healthy habit number 2 was the morning routine. Healthy habit number 3 was daily exercise. Healthy habit number 4, doubling up on your water intake. And healthy habit number 5, one mindful activity every day. Let me know if this has been valuable to you. I sincerely hope so. And which of those healthy habits are you going to take with you this week? And you're going to apply to your life and make that change right now. Not tomorrow, but right now. Right? So as I leave, I want to give you an invitation to download my free resource, I'm going to share the link on the video. You can get 30 employee wellness ideas for managers. Even if you're a business owner, this resource is also valuable for you because in this resource, you get 10 top mindfulness tips, you get 10 top workplace wellness activities, you get 10 top mental health and personal growth tips, plus some diagnostic questions to guide you in on exactly what you need to consider before selecting any wellness initiatives for your team if you have a team. So I'm going to put the link to that free resource below the video. You can access it. It is completely free. I want to thank you for joining me live today. If you're watching the replay, thanks for watching the replay and see you next week, Monday at 12 p.m. UK time on Wellness Corner. Bye for now.